We all need rest in our lives. Most importantly, we need to return to Jesus in our rest. Jesus famously said, "Come to me, all who labour and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And rest is not only something we do for our body, it's also a form of worship and a way to experience more of Jesus. When I was younger, I was never very good at resting in the moment. Terrible at it, actually. Once I reached a goal or achievement, I found myself thinking about the next thing that would happen in my life. And this was true with journeys. And my mum would often remind me of a time when we went to Breen Sands near Weston-super-Mare, and we went for a family holiday. I was about 7 years old and obviously very excited about going on holiday. But nearly as soon as we arrived, I was asking, I am told, when we were going home. Now, I can't remember saying that, but it does have a ring of truth about it. And it is certainly something I recognise and I may have said. You see, once I'd arrived, I was already thinking about the next destination. And as an adult, I really had to try hard to stop this tendency to constantly think about the future. Now, of course, it's natural to spend moments of thoughts in the past or in daydreams of the future. And identifying impending dangers through associations with things that have happened in the past is an important act of self-preservation. But when our lives become dictated by thoughts and emotions attached to past events and potential future outcomes, the act of standing peacefully rooted in the present becomes increasingly rare. And so often our routine, our habit is to be off on our heads somewhere, mulling over negativity and struggles of the past, or becoming anxious and fearful of the future. Seldom are we fully here, neutrally centred to see through life's lens with clarity and awareness. And being in the present moment, or the here and now, means that we are aware and mindful of what is happening at this very moment. We're not distracted by ruminations of the past or worries about the future, but centred in the here and the now, because all our attention is focused on that present moment. Christian thought about rest and being present in the moment has a long tradition. In the early church, Benedict of Nursia taught that, like our bodies, our souls were designed for rest. And that thinking is that while sleep is an important aspect of rest, in the busyness of balancing work and home life, there is another aspect of rest Christians need to make room for in their calendars. The kind of rest where we are setting aside our usual busyness to spend time listening, praying, and just being with God in the present. And it is there that we purposely show God that He is our priority.